had to come from the other side because I knew I was getting my hand in the way.
Joe Donovan here, head football coach at Highland in my second season. I'd like to introduce my assistant coaches. Josh Berry, sitting here to my right, defensive coordinator. He coaches the defensive backs and wide receivers. To my left, immediate left, is Bailey Donovan, who coaches our offensive line and defensive line. On my far left, down the end of the table, is Jordan Jaspering. He coaches running backs, outside linebackers. He helps with game planning for the offensive call sheets for the week. Some other coaches that help out that are not present would be Jeff Whelan, who does our conditioning and kind of support staff, and Eric Stewart also, who is a support staff and helps with stats. And then we also have our junior high football coaches that help us out, in Clint Colbert and Seth Millage. So as we start here, I'm going to turn it over to Josh Berry, our defensive coordinator, and he can kind of tell you where we're at right now in the season as far as progression with our defense, and I'll turn it over to Josh.
Thanks, Coach. With us defensively this year, we switched up a little bit from last year. We were running a 3 front, 3 down linemen. This year we moved to a 4 down defensive lineman. I feel we've got quite a few good defensive linemen. We don't have a bunch of really big guys, so as a staff we got together, we thought it was going to be more beneficial to have more guys down with their hand in the dirt, eating up blocks, helping our linebackers to move freely. Down the D-line, we've had this year Coach Bailey Donovan over there helping us out. He's done really, really well with getting the guys using their hands, being physical, and I'll let him talk about those players when we get to that point. But just being physical, helping teach those guys their technique, helping them understand how important it is to be in the scrum. At the linebacker spot, I know Coach Donovan's been doing a great job for 2 years with those guys. Really learning, he's really helping teach them to learn their keys. Guys haven't been the best at that in the past, and I feel that we are getting better. We're reading our guards better, we're reading our pulls better, we're filling when we should, and I think our drops are getting better as a team as well. We like to stay simple. Defensively, we like to, in the defensive backfield, if we see one back in the backfield, we go to a dime coverage, which is 4 defensive backs versus our typical 3. It gives us an opportunity to play the pass much easier. I've been coaching the defensive backs myself. I'd say our best 3 right now. At safety spot, we have Bill Burden really stepping up right now. He communicates well. He gets the team in the right spot. He kind of is that quarterback of the defense, which makes a very big difference for a senior to be back there and help out getting the guys in the right spots. We also have Trent Leshik at corner and Chase Ratt at corner, 2 other seniors. Guys that make my job really easy, to be honest, because they get it, they know what we want from them. They've done a great job, again, communicating, and I think that we can cover pretty much any team that we play. It's the physicality thing for us that we need to continue to get better with. Jasper's been working with the outside backers, has been doing a great job with that. He's really got some of those younger guys doing multiple things. Some of them are dropping back and covering. Some of them are coming up and run. They have to be able to do both. So it's kind of a hybrid position. Very hard to play, very hard to teach, but he's doing a great job getting those guys reading their keys and doing their stuff.
Okay, great. We'll move on now to Bailey Donovan here, who works with the offensive line and defensive line, and he'll just kind of give you an update on where we're at and maybe where we're at with a depth chart maybe there. But Bailey, go ahead. I'll turn it over to you.
This year we've been working hard. Line's a tough place to play. Not a lot of glory in that. And when you do something wrong, it goes straight to you. But when something happens that's right, it goes straight to the quarterback or running back. So we got some guys working hard this year. I'm really proud of our seniors. We talk about all the time how line's always been a weak point the past couple of years. I mean, we know that, and I think the first step to overcoming that is accepting that. So they've been great leaders. Blake Donovan, Nate Yankee, Johnny Pichelle, Matt Honig.
Yeah.
Matt Honig, yeah. No, those guys are working great with younger kids. I know Dan Britton is one of the younger classes now. I thought has really worked hard, and I'm really proud of him. But we're focused on being physical. I thought we were soft last year, and I think everyone knows that, and it's not a secret. But Coach Berry's done a great job on the defensive end, really helping us understand how to play team ball. And I think everyone's done that. And on the offensive end, I don't know.
Well, offensive line, I think we're turning a lot of guys who only have one position where we rotate the starters through, so we got a lot of experience there. But I do think, again, some of those young guys like Dan and Brody Burton have been stepping in and doing a nice job. And Johnny Pochelle across the front can play about any position across the front line. So he does he kind of gives us a little bit of breath of fresh air when you have a guy that can learn that many. But let's move on to Jordan Jaspering down there. He's going to give us some great insight into how the outside linebackers, running backs, and some other key points that he wants to talk about.
Well, as far as outside linebackers go, I've been pretty fortunate. Matt Honig's our upperclassman, and he's got quite a bit of experience there. Good leader for the young guys. And the other three guys I work with, Trey Leshek, Corey Stewart, Jordan Sosa, I've been blessed with the opportunity to work with those guys since I was coaching junior high. They were my first group of 7th graders, and they've been familiar with my expectations from then on till now. So I've had the benefit of coaching them as outside linebackers for a while now, and just as a whole, all 4 of those guys, great coachable group of kids. As you've heard the other coaches say, we've been focusing a lot on teaching, and it starts with the why and knowing why we're supposed to be where we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to be looking at to get us there, and then playing physical is kind of where we're at this year. As far as the offensive side of football, running backs, another senior leader, I got Bill Burton, and then those young guys, Trey Leshek, Jordan Sosa, Cole Adamson, just work ethic like crazy. So again, some of those young guys, including Cole, I got to coach him for a year junior high before just kind of moving up with those guys and helping out varsity-wise. And they know my expectations as far as running backs. They know my drills, so I've had a huge advantage getting the opportunity to work with those guys and getting some of that fundamental work established early on. And now, after a second year of Coach Donovan's offense under our belt, the pace we're moving at is clicking a lot faster. The learning curve's a lot shorter. We come in knowing what the expectations are, knowing how to run some of the base plays, and just already having that foundation in place has really allowed us to build. So I really like where we're at. I'm excited to see what these guys do, and like I said, only having 4 guys in each position, there's going to be lots of opportunities for guys to show their skills this season. So I'm pretty excited about it.
If I get a chance, I'm going to ask you one question about special teams this year. You guys are bringing back, I believe, an all-state punter in Chase Raff, a very good punter.
Yeah.
Thought about field goals, extra points at all? Or is that
Well,
you laugh,
I've
Joe.
talked about it a lot. Doesn't mean I have the answer to it. It's something this has been a frustrating thing here at Highland, particularly because it's like it's hard finding kids that want to step up and handle that pressure. If I don't call it pressure, but that responsibility. And Chase, we have Chase, who's got a tremendous leg, who I think could do some punting at the next level. But sometimes we forget how we get to that. If we don't, last year I was really wasn't real confident in our long snapping. So anytime I felt like my long snapper was not confident, or we had a wet night, it really made me nervous as a coach. And I didn't want to coach my way into a bad decision to give the other team momentum. So it was really a strategical thing for me. And even though we have a great punter, I got to have somebody step up and take that leadership role, accept that long snapping responsibility, knowing that it's got to be on every time. Last year, I wasn't confident in that. And that then turns over into our snapping for PATs. I don't think people understand the importance of what a great snap is, that I have a time I want to punt off by. I want the ball gone in 1.8 seconds. In my pass, when you get it off that set, I don't ever have a punt block. But last year, we were well over 2 seconds. So it's one of those things that we worked on in the summertime, getting snaps in every day. It's a frustrating part of the game for me because I know how important it is, but it's also frustrating when I have kids that aren't owning that responsibility. So we've worked on that a little bit this year. I'd like to think Matt Honig, who did some last year, kind of stepped up and took that role. It's something where that simple PAT means a lot. And so Brody Burton is looking at right now being that PAT kicker. We've done a little kicking, but not a lot of PAT. I've talked to other kids, some soccer players about coming out and doing that, and it's just hard to get kids committed to come work on that in the summertime. But it's definitely a point of emphasis, but hopefully we're not going for too long.
Very good. Thank you, Joe.
I would like that, if I could go down through the list of all these players real quick, just to get their name out there. I'd just like to name all the kids that are on the team so they can get, let's start with the seniors. You got Blake Donovan, Jake Wood, Bill Burton, Logan Dutton, who's a kid we maybe haven't mentioned, who's playing O-line, D-line this year, he's a senior, done a nice job. In my 2 years, he's come a long way. So we're real pleased with where he's at. We got Matt Honig, Johnny Pacho, Bryce Clark, Tyler Hazlett, Trent Leschik, Chase Rapp, and Nate Yonke. So there's a good group of seniors there that hopefully will lead us through the year. We have Kane Castillo as a junior. It's our only lone junior out for football. Hopefully we can pick a few up along the way. But as we go to sophomore, we have Colton Hill, Trey Leschik, Jordan Sosa, Brady Hahn, Corey Stewart, Dan Burton, Brody Burton, Bradley Rogers, Jeff Streb. Bradley Rogers is a new player this year who has done a nice job in being in his first year in high school. He's come a long way. Freshmen, Zach Leschik, Mason McFarland, Bryce Waters, Cale Yagi, Derek Sandberg, Leo Sosa, and Cole Adamson. In that freshman class, there's 7 kids there, but all bring something to the table. We're real excited about those guys as a group, but you see a lot, Zach Leschik brings great size, but just great instincts. Mason McFarland, who just, again, has great instincts, but's out there making some great catches, catching punts. Bryce Waters, also a wide receiver. Cale Yagi, a lineman, who I think has a great future in front of him. Derek Sandberg, a wide receiver, who's done a nice job. And Leo Sosa, a freshman, I think has just come leaps and bounds in 2 weeks. And again, you have Cole Adamson, who's going to be a very good player. But those are just a list of the kids right now that I think, get their names out there, let them know that, we're proud of them, and as the year goes on, hopefully continue to improve.
Very good, Joe. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time tonight. We're going to let you guys go. Have a good evening. Your first game is
26th, I believe.
26th at Danville. So you'll be listening to the Highland Husky Cast that night. Thanks once again for everybody for listening.